This is just a quick little broadcast saying that in about an hour we'll be out in Port Moody and firing off the cannon. And I think Martin is planning on doing a periscope then. So hello Noah. And so I thought I'd pop on very quickly and just make sure the periscope's working okay, because I've been having some problems. We updated our phones and everything and got new phones, and oh my god, my allergies are just horrible. So we're headed out to Port Moody and we're going to be firing off the cannons with the rest of the group. So I'm assuming this works because Noah popped up and popped away. We'll see you guys later. Bye.
Stay to this side, please. They're about to fire one. Good morning, Periscope viewers. We are here in lovely Port Moody, British Columbia for the 2016 Remembrance Day ceremonies. We have a live black powder cannon doing a 21-gun salute. See, Port Moody is already retweeting our Periscope broadcast. We're just standing by right now. We've got a minute or so to go. There's the first firing right now. Good morning. We're here in Port Moody, and it's Remembrance Day. We're just starting off the 21-gun salute with the live black powder cannon. Got quite a lot of people showing up for this, and crowds of people to watch the parade and the ceremonies. So we're actually quite a distance from the cannon. We've been enlisted, Christina and I, she's over there, we've been enlisted to help keep people from crossing the line of fire. Even though this cannon isn't actually firing projectiles, there's always the risk that some kind of a piece of debris might break off the ramrod or something along those lines and come flying out of the muzzle. Standing by as they're loading and prepping this round. And here we're ready to go. We have one of the RCMP officers, and it didn't actually go off, so here we go. And we have the car alarms going off. That was a good shot.
Okay, that's way too loud.
Hello to everyone who's joining in to watch this broadcast, and hello again to all the replay viewers when you sign in to take a look at this. This is the only black powder 21-gun salute left in Canada, and it's right here in Port Moody, BC, which is just east of Vancouver. So welcome to our viewer whose first day on Periscope. Welcome to Periscope. You can hear a lot of car alarms going off. The cannon's got quite a bit of a kick to it. She's an old Civil War refurbished cannon. Just a shot. This is see, now that's why we keep people away from the line of fire. I don't know if you could actually see that in the broadcast, but there are about 4 or 5 pieces of tinfoil came flying out of the muzzle, probably about 30 feet out of the barrel. Basically, the charge is wrapped up in tinfoil, so they preset the charges to like a predetermined amount of powder, so that all the firings go off about the same. So far, so good. It's going well. Everyone's happy. I don't see Miss Christina on the other side. Maybe. With one of the Port Moody traffic people to help keep pedestrians from crossing the line of fire, because it's very unsafe. Saw the young lad there. That's their powder monkey, for lack of a better term, and he's got the satchel full of charges, and he stays well away from the gun when it's being prepped and primed and fired, just so that the rest of the charges. That's a great shot. safety precaution, but so far I see one officer over there, and they don't seem to be too concerned about it now. There's probably about 150 feet from the cannon to the street behind us, so all is well. So wow, we actually have 34 viewers showing here. That doesn't include all the broadcast viewers that we can't see who are logging on from the computers. So quite happy to see that. 35. The numbers are climbing. Not getting a lot of comments or hearts, people. This is a very important day for all of us. Whether you whether you believe in this or not, we are recognizing the people who went out and gave their lives for all of our sakes, and who went out and did their duty and faced a lot of fear, a lot of odds, a lot of hardship to for us to honor today. So there's the ramrod prepping the next charge. So from beginning to end, it takes about 12 minutes for them to go through the 20 gun salute, of course with one gun. So, of course, downtown we've got all the other Remembrance Day festivities going on with the cenotaph on West Hastings. But we like coming out here because Port Moody is a nice little town, and we get along quite well with here who does the cannon firing. They have two cannons. There's another one parked on the trailer over there. They'll bring out one or the other depending on what event they're doing or what demonstration or display they're doing. They do a lot of historical reenactment. They do a lot of educational things, and we hang out and participate with them as much as we can. Going smoothly. We've got the bystanders out in the park. I think they're far enough away that there won't really be an issue. Our task here at the moment is just to keep bystanders from crossing the intersection here and getting in the line of fire. And beyond the cannon itself, there's festivities going on down there. That was a nice big ball of smoke. The parade went by a little bit earlier, and there was all the cadets from the Army and the Air Force and the Navy, and we had the fire department and the police force and various other veterans groups, and the Royal Canadian Legion and all the scouting troops all took part in the parade, and they circled around town, and they've regathered by the temporary cenotaph. We have a temporary cenotaph here in Port Moody, because the current Legion Hall is being completely rebuilt. It was an old building, and it was desperately in need of repairs, so they're building a new one, and the cenotaph that was at the Legion Hall has been sort of packed away into storage, and it's going to get refurbishing and be reinstated once the new building is finished in time for this year's festivities, and perhaps next year. This, however, does seem to be a really good place for them to hold it, because it's a nice wide open area, good long street for them to line the cannon up with, and lots of open space. We're hoping for a flyby from the Air Force. They usually come along and do something, but the cloud cover the ceiling might be a little bit low for us to see a flyby. So if there is one, I'll try and catch it. I've lost count, but I think we're probably at about 7 or 8 shots in, so roughly around the third. A lot of people get really freaked out by the cannon because it's when they come to see the show, it's a lot louder than they'd expect it to be. But Christine and I, of course, have been used to firing with different black powder groups, including some of the pirate groups down in the States, and the safety precautions are to take care of ourselves. We're both wearing earplugs. We gave a pair of earplugs to our traffic control friend over there. And, everything's handled safely and with utmost respect. I mean, as much as this is only firing a blank charge and not actually firing a projectile, it needs to be respected as much as any other firearm, handheld or otherwise. And we treat them with respect, we treat them with safety, and that way we don't have any incidents. So, just getting ready. What the one guy doing right now is he's what's called worming out the muzzle, and he's basically pulling out any remaining debris, tinfoil from the previous charge and things like that. And then the next guy runs a cleaner, which is basically one end is, it's like a giant Q-tip essentially. One end is damp, so it'll snuff out any embers that might be left inside the barrel, and the other end is dry to clear out any other debris and dry out the entire interior of the barrel. And then we're setting the primer charge right now. Now we've got some parts. Oh, Fair Lover. Hey, Jamie. You joined us. Christina and I are out in beautiful Port Moody, watching the 21 gun salute with the only live black powder 21 gun salute left in Canada. At some point, Christina will be invited to come down. In fact, she's heading down right now because every year she gets the opportunity to fire these guys. Fire one or two rounds. Probably won't be this immediate round, but it'll probably be the next one. And, I know they extend the invitation to me quite often, but I usually decline because she is going to fire this round, so that's Christina down at the cannon right now. It's weird, I'm actually scoping as opposed to Christina. Well, I think I've got to start doing a little bit more of this and make my voice a little bit more known on Periscope and on social media in general. And of course, she's kind of busy being part of the festivities, so go Christina, go. Yep. Well, she loves this. This is for her. It's a personal thing. Her father was in the Canadian Armed Forces. He was a radio operator for quite a number of years. He never saw any overseas service or anything along those lines, but it's a very important thing for her to honor people who gave their lives for our country and give them right now, because every year she gets the opportunity to fire these guys. Fire one or two rounds. Because she is going to fire this round, so that's Christina down at the cannon right now. It's weird, I'm actually scoping as opposed to Christina, so go Christina, go. Yep. Well, she loves this. This is for her. It's a personal thing. Her father was in the Canadian Armed Forces. He was a radio operator for quite a number of years. He never saw any overseas service or anything along those lines, but it's a very important thing for her to honor people who gave their lives for our country and gave their lives for freedom. And it's fun too, because we get to fire a black powder cannon. So they're getting ready. They're setting up the primer charge. What the guy at the breach right now is doing is it's called pricking. Basically, since the charge is wrapped in tinfoil, we need to be able to get the spark from the primer charge to get into the main charge to blow it up. So they put a little prick down the primer hole to open up the tinfoil and allow charge. And basically, what this is, this type of cannon is cap firing cannon. So rather than having your little stick with an ember on the end of it, or the lid stock with a glowing a lit fuse, you put a little blasting cap on the breech cap of the barrel of the cannon, and then there's a little hammer, spring-loaded hammer, that when you pull out the cord, you release the spring-loaded hammer and gets this cap, much like a firing on a handheld firearm, a pistol or a rifle. So, and we've worked with quite a number of different weapons and firearms, both flintlocks and matchlocks and linstock lit, and as well as the cap firing ones, and a lot of replica and fake firearms that are just meant to fire a cap and make it sound like they're actually firing mice. It's safer for working with children doing performances for small public gatherings. So they're just about done. So we've got another group of people. Most of them are down actually watching the ceremonies at the cenotaph, the wreath laying, the different groups coming in to pay their tributes. Hopefully next year the new Legion Hall will be finished and brand new building and get their cenotaph all set up again. Lay the wreaths out, the actual cenotaph, cenotaph. One more firing. So again, I've lost count, but we're probably getting pretty close to the last shot. Christina's moving her way back down again. See our number of viewers have dropped. People have checked in and seen what they'd like to see. Ready for one more shot. And for a lot of people checking in, this video doesn't do it justice. Being here, feeling the shockwave when the cannon fires, especially when I'm standing essentially we're certainly not in the line of firing, about 10 degrees off axis, which is safe enough for this sort of thing. But yeah, you definitely feel the shockwave when it hits your body, so quite impressive. So I think I will leave everyone with that. There we go. So once again, thank you all for joining us, and thank you to replay viewers for checking in with us later on. Again, you can find us online, Facebook and Twitter, various other social media under Car Hunger or Hunger Car or Car Hunger _CCMH for a lot of our activities. Thank you again for joining us. We're here once again in Port Moody, BC, just east of Vancouver, for the Remembrance Day ceremonies for 2016 and a live black powder 21 gun salute.
Is that yours?
So yes, our obligation to the canons are done, and we dropped by the Legion Hall and spent a little time and picked up our book of there you go. So we're just before we go back to the shop to do some work, which has got to be done. There's no holiday for us. Please remember to leave your poppies. I know people want to bring them home and keep them, but hello those who've joined us. But it's a good idea to choose a wreath and leave your poppies, because the ones that are in good shape can always be put back into circulation. And it's a bit of you leaving your energy for all these people who did so much for us. So, Martin, you want to leave your poppy before we go back to the shop?
Yes.
Okay, choose a wreath. Oh, your post came off?
My pin came out,
Yeah, I don't have a post anymore. Hello, Colin Chen.
So I would like to leave it on the wreath that has the photo.
You want to leave it on the wreath that has the
We
photo?
have a veteran here who only died a couple of weeks ago. Passed away a couple of weeks ago, so I'm going to leave my copy.
Aw, hearts. So when did he pass away? October 28th?
23rd.
23rd.
2016. So 1919. Good age.
Yeah.
97 years. Almost 97 years.
And the crest, the line of the unicorn. Oh, actually, no, that's a different crest. That's a different crest. City of Portland. There you go. Wow, that is really recent. Oh, we got the Barnett Lions one here. This one's interesting because it doesn't say.
got the wrong.
Legion on it. But I think those are the cards that they were getting some people to fill out. So someone decided to leave theirs. Right, and some tap. So I guess I'm going to leave mine too, so.
I will take over the phones.
Mine has lost its post, unfortunately. So I've been using, this is the Remembrance Canada government issue pin from a few years ago. So I've kept mine in
Overlapped with a couple of copies.
yeah. So when I lost my post, I chose to use my pin. Usually they sit next to each other, but this year they were on top of each other. So I'm going to put that back where it belongs. And then tonight it'll get tucked away to a safe little space. So I unfortunately can't attach it to one of the wreaths.
There are a lot of copies on the steps themselves.
Well, that's true.
And it looks like there's some without pins as well, so you're not the only one who's used another method to hold the copy in.
It's so upsetting down here on the ground, so I'm gonna use the post from one to
Double up.
double up. And I don't know whose this is. I think it's a lovely one. This is kind of neat. Like big, they kind of look weird, but I love the little leaves and everything around it. So we'll do that right there. And this one seems to be falling off, so we don't want that to happen. So we're gonna stick that in. So there we go. There we go. So I hope everyone has spent the day remembering, or at least some moments of silence for yourself. Because even if you don't believe in war, don't have the same feelings that other people around you have, that doesn't mean you can't spend time with yourself contemplating what life is for you. Because basically this is a part of life for people, and that's why they do this. So I'm going to leave you now because we have to, unfortunately, go back to work. And blessings on everyone, no matter what you believe. And we'll see you later.